Back in the 1600s, St Devon used to be a creek. Effectively what we've done over the years, by putting a dockyard in, putting new houses in, new roads in, we've filled the creek in. The water now doesn't come in as a creek, but it still wants to. St Devon's flooding issue is predominantly that it is a valley. It's got steep-sided streets, all of which are terraced houses. There are no drains on the ladder streets. There is nowhere for the water to go except down.
High tide and rain and all the water coming down the alleys, it just floods the park.
Quite recently there was a lot of water in the park and a kayaker came along and decided to kayak across the park.
This sewer cover, when we have heavy flooding, pops up. We end up with sanitary products, fish, rats, all sorts of things, which really is a public health issue.
We want to build up a network of people who have knowledge about surface water flooding and knowledge of the interventions that can be put in place to help to capture and hold and slow down water flow.
One of them is to put a water butt on the front of the property. That will reduce the flow of the water coming off the roofs and then down the downpipes and onto the street where there is nothing bar the drain at the bottom of the street to accept that water.
We're also encouraging residents to put in plant pots and planters. As we have a very highly concreted road out here and we can't really take any of that concrete up, we are basically giving the space back to nature through the plant pots and the planters, giving them those little areas of permeable material where the water can soak into and be released slowly.
I took the opportunity to take one of the water butts. That's meant that I can then put plants out the front of my house, and then I've been able to water them with the water butt as well.
Beyond the changes that we're asking people to make here on the street, we're also asking them to think about how they use water inside their houses.
It's changing the mindset from let's go inside when it's raining and do the washing and everything else that is involved when it's raining. If we can move away from that, because all that water that comes from the washing machine and from your dishwashers and from having a bath, that all goes into the same drainage system as the rainwater.
Even really simple things like turning the tap off while you're brushing your teeth. These small changes, they seem small, but they can make a really huge difference.
This brick project has been really significant in trying to tackle the flooding that happens here so much in really small ways, but getting sort of small nudge things to get people to change their behaviours ever so slightly.
It feels like I can contribute and others are doing the same, and it just makes a big difference.